Welcome back to Draft Countdown Live. Tez Walker was just 4 years old when he first envisioned himself in the NFL, and since then, he's endured nearly as much adversity as he has success.
Yeah, if it wasn't a major injury or the pandemic, you can look at this past year when Tez Walker was at the center of a national story. Some of this might have delayed him, but he said could never stop him.
Third down and goal, 6.5 in the quarter, and a touchdown. Tez Walker.
The highlights are just as much a part of the story as lows not many could have foreseen. Tez Walker found himself at the center of a national spotlight, then found a way to shine.
All the things that you don't control, an ACL injury, COVID. Was there ever a point where you're like, this just isn't gonna work?
When the NCAA stuff was going on when I was at UNC, I had a thought like, just stop doing it for a while, go home, things like that. I'd probably just come back at the end of the year, just try to play next year again. But it's never crossed my mind like, oh, it ain't gonna work, because my goal has always been to get to the NFL, so.
Tez first set his eyes on the NFL as a little boy.
4 years old, running around the room, it was on TV. Looked at my grandma, she was in the kitchen somewhere cooking. And I told her that's what I want to do. She kind of blew it off like, okay, like you're going to do it one day. But then when I figured I was good at it when I got a little older.
An ascending talent now for Tez Walker, the route to get there, certainly not direct. Some detours, well documented, dating back to his first college commitment at East Tennessee State when he tore his ACL.
About a month or two later before I was supposed to go up, I got a call, me and my high school coach, Coach Harris. They told us we ain't gonna bring him up till January. So I didn't feel comfortable with that.
So you didn't even trust that your scholarship would even be there?
Yeah, nah. So as I was working at Bojangles off on Randolph Road, working there, paying for rehab. Did rehab here. I did rehab here, and I had a personal trainer doing rehab, so I was paying for all of that.
Walker says that same year, coaches from North Carolina Central came to find him at work. Soon, they offered him a scholarship. That was months before COVID hit and the season was canceled. The former West Charlotte grad spent the next 2 years at Kent State before transferring to North Carolina.
Launching it again for Walker.
But before he could ever put up a single touchdown, the NCAA initially ruled him ineligible, citing too many transfers. They later cleared him to play. All the while, he cited his family and grandmother among the reasons he sought to come home. The same woman that 4-year-old boy once shared his NFL dream with, but due to health challenges, could not travel far to watch him play.
What was the worst day during that time?
I forgot the exact day, but I think it's when we just got back from Charlotte out of South Carolina. Tuesday morning, walking to class, like I had people staring at me, or like people coming up to me like, praying for you, fighting for you, whatever, or, like it made me feel worse. Like the next day I didn't go to class. I went to practice, I didn't go to class though. Like I just laid there, cried.
What was that moment like when she was finally able to watch you play in person?
I seen the little videos after the Miami game, her watching, like her being so amazed at, live crowd and things like that.
That Saturday, Tez Walker scored 3 touchdowns. The goal now is to play on Sundays.
Seeing it on TV every week, just like I got to get there. Like I want to be one of those guys playing NFL. I want my grandma, uncle, mom seeing me play on TV.